It's a venue in a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. Here's a return from the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Penix here from the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3 and out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. 4th down, Penix finds the rookie from Kentucky. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And the huge conversion gets them a new set of downs. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Again, Penix to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. And again, it's Penix. Has it at the 7. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here's Robinson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock, you got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Let's go now. Cut my team. Cut my team.
Penix working from the gun. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. Drake London with the touchdown. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Ready,
a nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Ready. Fit, set.
Play action. Love. And his first pass falls incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Yellow, 43. Hut, hut.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. And Walker firing over to take him down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Love on 3rd and short. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Fielded at the 11. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's out close to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Stephanie. 97.
Here's Penix to throw. And this one is launched downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, we've been here once before already, Kate. They converted on that 4th down. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him to try it again. But from this spot, I think most coaches would just punt it away.
Brought down before the return gets far. First down now, ball at the 33.
Set, ultra, 30, ready.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled there by James Pierce.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Black shot, let's go now. Blue, set.
Shotgun now for Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. Set, go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. They're going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looks like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Penix on 1st down. Avoids the sack. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Shotgun snap. He'll give to Robinson. It looks like we can call it back 4 yards in the end. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Matt Ariza on to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And the punt team hurries down, and they're going to stop this one at the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Trying for the deep ball. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It's in plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Back to the air. Love. Completed over the middle. Still going through the 25. Still fighting forward. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Set, ready, go red. Ready.
Running on first here with Jacobs. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at 3rd and still 10 here. To the air on 3rd and long. Brought in inside the 20. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers start to fight back for their first points of this game.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body to try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the shotgun, Penix. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Penix to throw again on second. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throw here, third down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
Ready up.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Black shot. Yellow. 43. Set.
To the air with Love. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here we go. Ready.
Play fake. It's Love. He rolls to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
White. Set. Cut. Black. Field. Black. Ready.
3rd and 1 now. Love. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity.
Here we go.
Man, did he make an impact play.
Handoff here to Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Here we go. Set. 60 red. Smash. Red. Ready.
Here's Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Ready. Red. 38. Hut.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Smash. Set. Go.
They'll run. Jacobs. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Okay, ready?
Need better results here on 2nd and goal from the 10.
Blue, 32. Hey, check. Mega, ready.
They give it to him up the middle. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only a yard on that pickup, and it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 9.
This may be one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Love now on 3rd and goal. Brings it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Come on, set. 10 black. Set.
They're going to go. It's Love. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone. And the Falcons take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Is a turnover on down.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Get a good push. Get a good gain. Get some positive yards. Job well done.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To the air with Penix. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Penix on 3rd down. It is caught left side. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Finds a seam down the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Penix here from the gun. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Penix working from the gun. Man downfield, and he finds London. He has this down to the 34. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Throwing to the back of the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Penix is going to throw again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
3rd down, it's Penix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. It'll be a field goal try from Joey Slye. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
All set for the kickoff. Slye with the honors. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Ready, break.
Nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Black Ultra. Yellow, 22. Ready.
Back to work after throwing the pin. Taking a deep shot here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Xavier Watts picks it. Well, what better way to follow up one interception than by getting back out there and picking off another on the first play of the very next drive.
And think of all the work the offense just did on the sideline to try and recover. Okay, let's put together a good plan. Here's your adjustment. And in just one play, you flush it all down the toilet.
Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60, 18, Pioneer.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Diving right side. Got it. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70 track, Bob Cougar, 19.
Penix now. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Putting a receiver in motion. They draw it up for him. They stop him after a gain of about 3. Leaves him looking at 4th down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Starts the return at the 34. And that return's going to leave him enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half.
At their own 40-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Love. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take the lead just before halftime. Jaden Reed, the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers take a 4-point lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return starts at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. Line up the design keeper. Just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Ready. Red 38. Hut.
Now Love on the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go, set. Blue, 32. Ready.
Kicks the handoff, now low. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
10 black. Set.
Back to the air, Love. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Running right, here's Jacobs. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Love from the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 50, green, ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams to field goals, you have a great chance to win. Well, they'll take it. Some points to add a little to what's still a pretty small lead. Eventually, I think we all know they've got to find a way to reach the end zone.
Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's down to almost, oh, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go, set.
Here's Penix. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Third and long for him here. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And cut of the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start the second half with some needed points. Extra point is up and good from Slot. And the Falcons make it 17 all. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Ready up.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Ready. Fly smooth. Yellow. Hut, hut.
To the air with Love. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Oh, 33. Yellow. Hut, hut. Set, hut.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Red, cycle. Here we go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Now he's past the 25. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a third-quarter lead.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement. Whenever they take a deep shot, it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Falcons 17.
About set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Penix now to throw. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And this one only manages the arm before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
To the air on 3rd and long. Across midfield before he's brought down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's the counter give to Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
From the shotgun, Penix. Fits it through the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Penix now on first down. And it is incomplete. Went big on the final play of our third quarter. And nothing comes from it as we hit the break. Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Let's go. 72.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Brought in right side. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Down to score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Running back motions right. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Watch out now. 52.
Play action. Love. On the move. Headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Ready. Green jack. 10 black. Ready.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it deep downfield. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll give the Panthers the first.
Here we go. Here we go. 52 blaster. Red, cycle. Set.
Here's Love to throw. He completes it in traffic. And they make this stop, you're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
They go counter. It's Jacobs. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
Ready.
Quick throw out wide by Love. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
On the ready.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down.
Set. Black 40. Fury, yellow. Set, cut.
Play fake, it's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate. And I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone. You got to make something happen, or you can take a risk like that. A huge sack for this defense.
McManus sends it through. And that'll push it to double digits and a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Fields this one at the 3. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10, Penix to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get 22 out of that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st down, here's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. Yeah. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. It's Penix yet again. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Falcon 1st down. And there's the hurry up here.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Working inside the red zone. This is thrown towards the defender instead, and then he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
19, trap 60, trap 60.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons making a 4-point game here in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball is going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Striker, 3-3. Drill, 52. Hut.
And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
Ready. 10 black. 52 glass, please. Ready.
They stick with Jacobs. That's a nice run in there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Yellow. Hut.
Here's Jacobs again on 2nd down. And he takes it down to the 33. Don't get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
50, green. Ready. Set.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. He finds space into the red zone. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run.
Here we go.
This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one.
Ready.
He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. So this is a Packers win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.